Hello, Cancer. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Art Nouveau Tarot by Matt Myers. Matt Myers. It's a 1989 deck, so I didn't see any websites for it. But there's the information if you want to freeze frame. Supportive Oracle cards, Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor, Ann with an E. There's some websites for Sandra, though. A lot of Hay House websites, so feel free to freeze frame on that if you want any of that information. Okay. What do we have for Cancer? That's a creepy card. Is this good or... Well, that's a real good energy for you. Let's see. Somebody you deal with, they're kind of biting. They're kind of biting with their advice. I'm kind of tempted to use the dice right in the beginning here. They have the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords. It's like all of this is within one person. So it seems like in the Door to Romance, it's like they tell you things, they really care about you, but when they say stuff, even though you know they care about you, the way they say it, it's kind of like, you know, it's just kind of like a little... I feel like it's biting. They say stuff in a way that just kind of like, it doesn't sit with you right. You know where they're coming from. You know that they actually care about you, but it's kind of like, could you have not said that a little better? Did you have to say it that way? You have the 4, which is the Emperor for the major arcana, and then you got the 2 of Earth, which is the 2 of Pentacles, backing that person up. They're very pushy, but they're also like dependable. They stick around. When they say they're going to do it, they do follow through on it. When they tell you their opinion, it's really where it's going to stay. Like, you can tell right off. Like, if they start saying, I don't really like that, you know it's not going to be an easy issue to deal with them. Like, it's not going to get easier. It's just going to, like, they're telling you right off. They tell you the truth right... Do they tell you off? Maybe they tell you off sometimes, but they tell you the truth. The 4 is, that's the Emperor energy. The Emperor can be harsh truths. Sometimes the Emperor talks about Aries energy. There is no good sign, there is no bad sign. They're just how you work with your own energy, right? The reason I'm saying this, Cancer and Aries, not usually super compatible. Not usually. They can get along to a point. Aries does tend to be biting and right to the point. Cancer, they do want the truth, but, you know, they'd rather you a little bit nicer about it. You don't have to, like, throw it in their face. Just say what it is. Just let's be respectful to each other. Cancers are more like, let's get along, let's be nice to each other. Aries is just like, listen, this is bull. Boom. And there they go. So it's not a bad energy for you, but it may not be a comfortable energy for you. I feel like this is explaining that energy a little bit more. It's like, I feel like whoever it is, you get along with them, but it's kind of like the way they do things, you might look at it as a bit too harsh. Not really your cup of tea. Now, I do feel like you trust this energy. It's just kind of like, it's difficult to deal with. You got the 4 of Wands, which is a very stable connection. It's like, this isn't going anywhere. But the attachment is kind of like, they make you a little uncomfortable, kind of like, are we going to get along today, or are they going to start some crap? And it's not just that they're going to start some crap with you. Maybe they'll start some crap with somebody around you, and you're like, do we have to? Do we have to do that? You still stick around this person, though. You got the Devil with the Hanged Man here. That's the Devil on this deck. It's so creepy. I just think it's a creepy card. Creepy card. The energy coming through I'm getting with this is kind of like, there's parts of this that are very pleasurable, very good, very much you like, but there's other parts that are like, oh, it's got its benefits and it's got its drawbacks. It's just like, depending on the day, depends on which one is more prevalent, if it's more of a drawback or if it's more of a benefit. It's just kind of like it really does depend on the day, how well you get along, and if you really like dealing with this energy or not. Some days it's like, yeah, this works great. Other days it's like, no, it doesn't work at all. Where are we going with this? There's a decision coming forward. You're going to get involved deeper with this person. So this could be business, could be a friendship, could be a family member. This person is loyal to you. The thing is, they don't sugarcoat. And if they disagree with you, you'll know it within 5 seconds. I feel like for those of you this is going to hit with, they're going to be like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. And they push the issue until they're sure you understand what they're saying. Like, it's almost like if you have somebody or you're bringing somebody into your life and they think that person is a liar or a cheat or something, there's something about them they don't like, they're not only going to say something, they're not going to let up until you have like confirmed, like, okay, I understand, you think they're a scumball, I get it, you don't like them, you think they're a cheat, you think they're a liar, you think they're a thief, I get it, okay, I'll keep my eye open. And they're like, will you? And you're like, yes, I will, leave me alone. They won't back down until they're sure you got the message about what they think. So they're kind of like, listen, I told you my piece, if you don't like it, that's okay, but don't say that I didn't warn you. They're that kind of energy. This is actually kind of beneficial to you in a halfway sort of way. Cancer may be slow to let somebody in their presence or in their group, but once you let somebody in your group, you tend not to want to see the bad of them. That's a Cancer trait. Like, I don't know. I've noticed it. Like, it's hard to get in with a Cancer sometimes. It takes a minute for a Cancer to really warm up to a new person. But once they do, they tend to want to see the good in the people they care about. So once they give somebody a chance, they try to look at things to that person's benefit. They just try to give the people they care about the benefit of the doubt first. Aries energy, which doesn't have to mean this is an Aries person, but that type of feeling is kind of like, they don't play favorites like that. If something's crap, they'll call it out in 5 seconds without question. What's something is coming in for you. So working with this person a little closer is bringing in a lot of benefit. It will be a little uncomfortable, but it will be very stable, very reliable, and it will be very beneficial. This energy will block anything that's going to try to use you or take advantage of you. So working with this energy, it's kind of like having that cranky older sibling that doesn't let people close to you unless they think they're good enough. But the people they do let close to you are actually of high quality. So it's kind of like, it's a very protective energy, very sustainable energy. I feel you're getting a lot of benefit out of this. I just feel like it's once in a while, it's kind of like, but I want to work with that person. And they're like, no, that one's not going to work here. They're not good enough, so they have to leave. They're also the person says, I like this one, so let's have this one closer. And you're like, I don't know if I like that one. They're like, well, I do because they're honest, so let's give them a try. They're that one at the same time, just to be fair. They're going to bring people closer to you that are loyal and honest. And the person who's bringing them close will not allow anything less. They will not allow anything less. So this is also somebody who will not only allow people that they think are good people come close to the situation, they will also maintain it and police it, if you will. If this starts to go astray or somebody seems to step out of line, they'll call it out in 5 seconds. You won't have to worry about it. The Knight of Swords in this. This person is a little bit intrusive. So if it is a business situation or whoever this person is, if there's already people in your life that they don't approve of, I feel like they will give you a break on that. But they will always kind of give their 2 cents every now and then. They have very high standards. And if they think somebody's in your life that is not good enough, every now and then you're going to hear about it. Not obnoxiously, but it's just like relentless. Just every now and then they're going to just point out, like, you know that person that you think is so good? Well, they just lied again. You know that person you think is so good? Well, look at that little. I mean, I know it's just a couple cookies, but they steal. They lie. And every now and then they might point that out. That's the only point of contention. Like, people you care about that they don't like, they might every now and then just point out some things that you're like, listen, I know, just leave it alone. That's the only point of contention I'm seeing here. because I see like over time you seem to be fine. You get used to this person. It's almost like if you have a sibling and you know that sibling isn't the most honest person, but they don't screw you over, so you're like, what am I gonna do? They're still my sibling. This person will point out, like, your sibling, not really the best person. And you're like, I know, leave them alone. They're my sibling. Leave them alone. You'll get used to it. I don't feel like it'll bother you. You'll just come to expect it. If you let this person in, the new people coming in are of higher quality. I feel like that's very good for your future. For the future people that get closer to you, this person is demanding that they have to be higher quality, whatever aspect. So if it's a business aspect, which I feel like is a great place for this person to exist if that's where they are, only people of higher quality will be allowed in this situation, and they'll police that and regulate that for you. I feel like that will actually be of a great benefit. If this turns out to be like a family or a friend situation, it could be more of an obnoxious thing, but over time, I think you'll see the benefit of it, just to be fair. It's also a situation, though, you have to choose to let this person come forward. If you decide you do not want that because you find it too uncomfortable, that's fine. That's your business, free will, and all the other good stuff. But it's kind of like this person could be a very, very high benefit. I'm getting like you won't see eye to eye on most things, but I do feel like the most important things, like true loyalty, really caring about each other, that's going to be on point. That will be exactly where you need it. You may not be sipping tea every day at lunch, but, once or twice a week, I feel like you'll get together and you'll get along fairly well. This person does seem to gravitate towards you, so I feel like they'll kind of come towards you. If you let them towards you, the bond will happen. Once the bond is there, I don't see it being a problem. All right, I think we're there. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below with the same email. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.